guys? Welcome back to the Kraig Show. Hopefully you guys are having a good one. It is Tuesday. This is the second episode of the week 3. I'm going to try to do something new this week. We're going to try to do 3 episodes this week. One on Monday, one on Tuesday, then take a break on Wednesday and do one on Thursday. Then Friday and Saturday and Sunday, enjoy that weekend off. So really, we talked a lot about yesterday, over 50 minutes of the episode. We were talking about different subjects, the Atlanta shooting, then we were talking about, I believe, the Kings protest, then we were talking about, basically football, then we were talking about racing, and we ended the episode of the Kraig Show on racing. So, and yes, I don't have a hat on, I really don't care. And also, I'm up in Brass Week again. This is from the 2023 Knoxville Nationals. That's where Kyle Larson won. I got this card right there. I actually got the past 2 Kyle Larson Nationals cards right there. I got one right there, I see it. Some just like a gravel car. So, got an update, or I'm going to read what CNN posted about the Atlanta shooting that happened, or what could have been a Atlanta shooting that could have happened yesterday down in Atlanta. So, we know the guy, his name is, let's see, I'm trying to find the name real quick. I saw him yesterday, and really, I don't make notes up or anything. His name is Billy Joe Cagle. Was armed when he was not armed when he was arrested, but they found an AR-15 assault rifle in his vehicle parked outside, authorities said. He's facing charges of terroristic threats, criminal attempt to commit aggravated assaults, possession of a firearm, and the commissions of a felony in possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Ooh, so he's a felon too, so that's interesting. He was charged with several federal counts, attempted violence at an international airport, interstate communications containing threats to injure or being convicted felon in possession of a firearm, and it's unclear whether Cagle lives in Castroville, about an hour north of Atlanta, has an attorney. He is convicted of marijuana possession more than 2 decades ago. So the FBI said it is assisting in the investigation. See, he was mentally challenged. Just reading here. The family alerted the police. We said that yesterday. Okay, that's a little creepy. He was really, investigating the terminals where he ended. Okay, so really no big news came out, just more information on what could have been a very bad day yesterday. So really, again, my thoughts are going to be the same, like no mentally challenged individual should have a possession of a weapon to be first off. And, my questions are not answered by this post yet. How did he get the gun? Where was the gun? Did he buy the gun? Did his mom and dad have a gun? I want those answers. Hopefully by Thursday, because I really want to talk about this on Thursday. I feel like this is probably one of the most underrated stories right now in America. It's just because nothing really bad happened. And, and that's what the news wants to tell the bad news on what happened. And, there's some good news sparkled in between here and there. But this is good news. To get someone before anything bad happens. And we need to give more credit for that. We need major news, legacy news channels, Fox, ABC, CNN. We want them to talk about this. We want everyone to be talking about this. This is a very underrated news story of the week, in my opinion. And I'm very glad that no one got hurt or injured or killed. It could have been a really bad day yesterday, and I said that yesterday too. And I'm just very thankful, and I'm very glad that they got him. But yeah, we really don't know anything else. But besides the felonies he will be charged with again. So I'll keep you guys updated on the situation when we learn more information about it. But again, I'm very thankful that everyone's okay, and hopefully the families have safe travels coming back from the trips. So, anyways, see, I really want to talk about NASCAR today. And what's the issue with that going on? So, to start off, yeah, I do watch NASCAR. My favorite driver is obviously Kyle Larson. I mean, I'm not going to be biased. I'm going to be biased about that. Because, speaking for racing, I feel like I got multiple drivers I like. I have so many diecasts of different drivers because I'm looking at this line right here. I got Williams Trueheart 2022 car right here. Gio Scelzi's Nationals car from last year. David Rebels too. I don't like him, but I have this car. Tanner Thorson and Casey Kane. Then over here, I got Dylan Schatz, Corey Day. I got 2 Callers from Midgets. I got Rick Abreu over there. Then I got Jason Johnson, Carson Macedo, 2 Callers and cars right there. I feel like I'm in. Not to mention, I got up here. I got 2 wing panels. I got Rick Abreu one. I got Carson Macedo one. I got Jason Johnson. Cut that right here. You guys don't see that. I got the Carson Macedo, Williams Trueheart. I got Kyle Larson closer. I'm very unbiased on sprint car drivers, and I'll continue to wear driver shirts. And the only thing I'm really biased about, to be honest with you, is probably the series. High limit and outlaws, but. When it comes outside of racing, like football and NASCAR, and especially NASCAR, I'll be biased. I mean, I like Kyle Larson, I like Ryan Blaney, I like Chase Briscoe, I feel really like Alex Bowman. There's tons of drivers that I like, and again, I don't hate a driver. Since hate's a very strong word, I don't like it. Don't like Danny Hamlin, and I don't like. I think that's the only couple drivers I don't like. Or only driver I really don't like. The rest of them I really don't care about, really don't pay attention to unless it's big news. So anyways, NASCAR released their track for San Diego. Let me pull it up here because I feel like it's going to be. See here. Okay. Where is the map? Track map. Sorry guys, I'm not talking as much. I'm looking for something here. Is this it? No, that's not it. Man. I saw it on X. I'm gonna go on X again. Sorry guys, I wasn't really prepared, so I'm just trying to see. Looking. I might just have to do this real quick. What's this? Interesting. The bowl game stuff, sorry. Okay, here we go. So I got it up. Let's talk about this. So you guys can't see. So I'm gonna see if I can zoom in real quick. So actually you can't. So it looks like turn 1 is gonna be kind of like a, not really a turn, but kind of like a bend. Then turn, so it's gonna be a right-hander. Turn 2 is a left-hander. Then turn 3 a left-hander. Turn 4 is kind of like a sweeping corner. So should be some really interesting stuff there. Then kind of like a long straightaway going up to turn 5, which is a left-hander, kind of like another sweeping corner. Then kind of like a pretty more straight, and hitting into turn 6, which is a right-hander, and then a quick 7 along the sweeping corner, then kind of like another straight, and turn 8, another sweeping corner, then turn 9. Looks like there's a chicane. It's basically this is a chicane. Then, actually 9, 10, and 11 is kind of like a chicane. I mean, I'm not really sure what I'm looking at here. It looks like a disaster. Then 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 turns. Now, I like the idea on racing around the naval base. I really do, but I was really hoping that we could have done a little better. It looks like a mess. I'm not gonna lie. And like people were saying, this is sick. Let's effing go San Diego and stuff like that. You know, a lot of NASCAR fans are more left-leaning these days on that and stuff like that. You know, I support this. I really do. But I don't know. I'm just really hoping that the racing project isn't bad on this course, because I mean, there's really not a lot of passing opportunities looking at it. I mean, turn 1, I mean, it's like single file, turn 2 and 3, maybe passing zones. And then probably the next passing zone on stage probably turn 14, 15 probably. But I mean, again, like no one has raced on it before, not yet at least, so it's going to be interesting to see what we could, NASCAR drivers could do. And once it's Unreal Night Racing, I'll give it a try, and just like remembering the Chicago Street Course, when NASCAR raced on that, I really, I was like, okay, the course itself looked racy, there's some opportunities to pass. I mean, if you look at it, it was more like 2 bricks, one missing a chunk out of it, on top of it, and that was like the little chicane area, or whatever you want to call it. And with this, I really can't describe the shape of it, I really can't. It's literally racing around the base, so it's interesting. It's really interesting. But I mean, it's 3.4 miles, so it's a pretty long track. But we'll see how it races. If it races good, that's all that matters. If there's passing, good strategy, good tire fall off, and actual tire fall off that Goodyear has to. And I'm going to go into this real quick, the tires. So, NASCAR and the Next Gen cars, if you guys know about the Next Gen cars, the tires are more thicker in width, and their wheelbase is a little bit more longer as well. So there'll be more grip, less tire fall off, basically. And every time NASCAR's race at short tracks, they've been struggling with basically having good races like Martinsville, Richmond, Bristol. I mean, it's been single file, not really good racing. And then NASCAR said, with their drunk brains, saying, hey, let's add this subject tire compound that these cars aren't typically, what I'm trying to say is basically like Nixon cars are meant for this tire, you switch something, and how the drivers race these tires, it's going to make drivers save. And it's basically nonsense because at Bristol, drivers are pitting every 30 laps for tires, not fuel, tires, and that shouldn't happen. That shouldn't happen. You know, when I think about tire fall off, I think about you know, long green flags, long green flag runs, and basically the driver who saved the tires the most prevailing. And I don't want drivers to basically think that they're going to have flats like every 5 laps or 10 laps. And that's unacceptable. And, you know, fans are liking this. I'm like, why are you liking this? This is not good for racing. This is not good for NASCAR. And it's just like, for me, I want to see the best driver win. I don't want to see any strategy. I mean, yes, I do want to see strategy be involved. I mean, that's racing, period. But to do it like this, where basically you add a gimmick into the racing besides the stages, where the tires fall off more than they should, that is blasphemy. Demanding NASCAR to fix this. If not, they're going to lose a lot of traditional fans, including myself. I mean, I'm not a traditional fan by all means. I mean, I do support some ideas of NASCAR, like the next-gen car. I do believe it is a really cool-looking car, but I want more horsepower in the car. I want tires to be a little skinnier, and there's a lot of changes I want with the NASCAR next-gen car that NASCAR may not do. But, I mean, there's a lot of changes that NASCAR needs to really think on, like moving the stages, the playoffs, and they move that as well. And there's so many things, and, you know, hopefully NASCAR gets their heads out of their butt and fix these issues. Looking into the round of 8, or basically going into Martinsville now, final race of the year, or 2 more races a year, Martinsville this weekend, and Phoenix the weekend after that. For me, it's Christopher Bell and Kyle Larson are the 2 drivers in currently. Then be able to cut off. I mean, you got drivers like Chase Elliott, Joey Logano, Ryan Blaney, and I'm trying to think here. Joey Logano, Ray Blaney, Chase Elliott, William Byron. Yep. So. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a really good race. Whoever starts up front is going to be, I think it's going to win the race. I mean, plain and simple. Because there's passing here, it sucks, and it's bad. So I'm expecting that, and, you know, whatever happens that day happens. And, you know, hopefully Kyle gets to start on pool and lead most of the race and win the race. So now looking into the remaining of the sprint car season, I'm going to put this up right here with the boss. So, basically, you guys know the high limit season ended on Saturday night at Texas Motor Speedway. So, gonna go racing, schedule, sprint car. Accept. Okay. Why is what? I'm just confused. Okay. Alright, so okay, here we go. Okay, so they're at A1 Speedway on Friday, then Arrowhead on Saturday, then next weekend they're at the dirt track at Charlotte, to end the season. So on November 5th and 6th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, basically. So, wait, I got my surgery on the 7th, so I watched some car racing. So, nice. I like that. Let's look up points real quick. Driver points. Yikes. That's big. Oh my goodness. So, right now, it's 138 point gap to David Gravel from Buddy Kofoid and 298 from there on out. And we're going to look at these stats real quick. This is unbelievable. So, we look at top 5. David Gravel has 54, Buddy 42, Carson 35, Logan 32, and Sheldon 28. Top 10s 62 for Gravel, 56 for Buddy, 54 Macedo, 51 for Schuhart, and then 42 for Hanshield. Downey Shots is in 6th. Like man. Seeing how bad of a season he is, he's been very consistent. But yeah, I mean, look at this. Who's last in points? Giovanni Selzy. Decent Giovanni Selzy is a full timer, but I mean he's in this MVC obviously. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting for another year. I'm gonna look at last year, see how big the point gap was. 80 points to Carson Macedo last year. And very similar. Last year, but this year it's just been different, obviously, with, alright, that's 2021. The year Brad Sweet dominated sprint car racing. Man, this is wild. Brian Brown finished 19th in points in 2021. That's an interesting stat. Okay, interesting. Alright, so, going back to the schedule real quick, because all of us are in Highland are releasing their schedules piece by piece, so let's bring it out. So here is part of the Outlaw schedule so far this season. Okay, so first off, February 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. So, that's roughly around 4 months from now, 3 months in next month. We'll start the season with Dirt Car Nationals, and then March will be the Bike Week. Then April 24th, 25th is Knoxville. 23rd, 24th is Knoxville Uses. Then 12th, 13th is Knoxville Double. 17, 18, 19, 20th is Uses. Then June 26th, 27th is the Independence Spectacular at Cedar Lake. Then July 7th and 8th is I-55. 12th and 13th is 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th is Nationals. So that's the races the Outlaws have right now. We'll go for Highland real quick. Sorry guys, I'm taking a little bit. Bet on Highland. I wish I did. Okay. Okay. So Highland on the other hand has 2 races out. You can buy tickets. You can go Las Vegas. It's the first race, March 12th and 14th. And then Central Arizona, March 19th and 21st. So if I believe that's the, let me see here. The hell? What am I looking at? What? Okay. Alright, let's do this. I'm gonna say this. Okay. So we have Cricket broke the street course as a class. J-Town is multi-class. Las Vegas, Circuit Americas, Michigan. Michigan in March. Then Bristol, Phoenix, Atlanta, Sonoma, Dover, Richmond, Talladega, multi-class. He also races at Bowman Gray, then Charlotte, Kansas on Memorial Day weekend. Canadian Tire, Mexico City, Oval. Then we were racing at Le Mans. Then Fuji Speedway, Kuala Lumpur Street Course. Where's that at? What? Then we have Mount Daytona. Then Texas course. Indianapolis, Chicago Street Course, Pocono, Darlington, regular season finales at Martinsville. What? Okay, playoffs. Talladega, Watkins, and Bristol. Round 16. Round 12. I like this one. Eldora, Iowa, and Charlotte. That's a good one. Round 8 is Atlanta, Las Vegas, of course, and then Homestead, Miami. And the championships at Homestead, not Homestead, Kansas Speedway. That's interesting. That's an interesting stat, I guess. Let's look at the actual. Oh, nope, that's not actual. This? Yes. Okay, Phoenix is March 9th. Las Vegas. What? What? March 12th, 14th, 19th, 21st. So, no. NASCAR and Highland are going to be following each other for week 1, or Las Vegas week, then, yeah. But yeah, if you guys didn't know yet, Knoxville Nationals and NASCAR are running on the same night, so, no Kyle Larson and Knoxville Nationals next year, which is sad. I was really looking forward to Nationals every year, and seeing Kyle and best America drivers. And NASCAR completely ruined it, scheduling a race on Knoxville Nationals week. Yeah. Just when we without Kyle Larson. I was planning to bring one of my friends over to Knoxville first time this year and Nationals, and I told him Kyle's not racing, but Knoxville Nationals is still going to be Knoxville Nationals. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a big event still, but just one less big superstar there. So, yeah, that sucks, but it's life, and we'll have to deal with it, and yeah. So I'm gonna wrap it up on today's episode of the Kraig Show. Roughly a 30-minute podcast. Got 2 minutes to spare. It's 28. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. We're gonna try to do 3 days a week now on this podcast to build this podcast brick by brick and making sure we're doing this the right way. And again, I feel like today and yesterday, I feel pretty comfortable being here and talking to you guys. So thank you guys so much, and you can email me at kraigcrittershow2025@gmail.com. And before I go, let's look at those emails, see if there's anything. Show primary. Interesting. So really nothing. Promotions. Yeah. Nothing. Yet for you guys. I haven't had anything yet for you guys. So if you want to email me at kraigcrittershow2025@gmail.com, I would love to read your emails and your thoughts on some subjects and bring new subjects that I haven't heard yet on news or looked online. Yeah, and let's talk about them. Let's wait, and some point in the future, I will have to have a phone right here. So, during the show, you guys can call in, I'll answer, put me on speaker so I can hear you, the audience can hear you. So, or you guys can hear. So, I don't know. Again, thank you guys so much for tuning in. I'll see you guys Thursday night. I'm going to take a break tomorrow, relax a little bit, and figure out what I'm going to talk about Thursday night. So, again, thank you guys so much for joining, and I'll see you guys in the next one.